on the bulletin, let's tell you how the famous Panama Leaks case judgment is going to be announced in a few days in Pakistan. Well, the Panama Papers Leak Case verdict is definitely going to deal a huge blow to the democratic setup in the country of Pakistan. In fact, the fate of their Prime Minister, Nawaz Sharif itself, is going to be hanging in balance as his son and his daughter have been named in the leaks case. In fact, the verdict may be a huge setback for Sharif, who may even be ousted as Pakistan's Prime Minister if he is found guilty. Now, while it is well known that the military is in control of the state of affairs in Pakistan, Sharif's dethroning might have serious implications on the democratic setup. Is it an indication that the military is going to rule the roost in Pakistan? Well, that's one of the big story. A huge judgment is expected very soon. In fact, we're going to keep a close eye out on that. The Panama Leaks paper, which remember names none other than Nawaz Sharif, and it could mean a huge tectonic shift in case Nawaz Sharif gets deposed after this. Remember, it is going to be announced in a couple of days in Pakistan. This Panama Papers Leak Case verdict is definitely going to have a huge blow to the entire setup of Pakistan if at all Nawaz Sharif, his daughter, his son, who are also named in the Panama Leaks case, are found to be guilty, or if there is an adverse result which comes out of it, an adverse verdict. In fact, the fate of the Pakistani Prime Minister is going to be at stake as well. In fact, a very senior Pakistani journalist, Mr. Arslan Bhatti, is also joining us here on the show. So the implications in case there is an adverse verdict which comes for Nawaz Sharif and also larger for Pakistan. Mr. Bhatti.
Yeah.
I was asking you, sir, the implications of an adverse judgment.
First thing, if the judgment is what will be if it is in favor of the Prime Minister. It will be not adverse. It is reverse, then what? Actually, there was all rumors that the judgment is against the Prime Minister. There is, or in his favor. But till the judgment is out, there is nothing should be said in final.
But Mr. Bhatti, are you saying there is a possibility that it's not going to be an adverse result? In that case, what happens? What's the scenario like? We'll look at both the scenarios.
All right. If it is in favor of the Prime Minister, then nothing is going to be happen. Then he may be
status quo
discharged from the charges. One thing. The second thing, if the judgment is against the Prime Minister, directly the name of the Prime Minister was not in the case. His children, his daughter was in the case, but Prime Minister's name was never ever raised in this case. But as he was the guardian of his children, therefore he was indirectly implicated in the Panama Papers case. But one thing should be clear: what the decision is coming, it is according to the law of the land. Already the Supreme Court judges had clearly told the newspapers, the media persons, that the judgment will be in accordance with the law of the land, and there is nothing against the Constitution of Pakistan. So let's hope for the best. But if it is reversed, then there will be some trouble.
He'll have to take responsibility if at all his daughter, his son are found guilty, won't he? And perhaps that means he'd have to step down if there is an adverse judgment.
No, there is no chance of his stepping down, but there should be
Why would you say that,
very bleak chance. Oh, yeah, I'm coming to that point, because his name was not in the case directly. If his son or daughter...
But he was the guardian of the two people who have been named.
Let me talk. Let me clear it. Your point is very valid. If as he was the guardian of his son and daughter,
right,
but he was not directly involved in sending money abroad. What was taken was his daughter and his son. But one thing should be cleared, that it is not the Prime Minister directly involved in money laundering or Panama case. So if his daughter and son if they were found guilty by the court, the decision may be that when checked, because Supreme Court is not the investigating agency, it has told earlier. But if they found guilty,
right,
they may refer the case to the investigating agency to investigate that whether when the money was transferred from Pakistan to abroad, whether the tax was given on that much amount or any tax evasion was carried out at that time. But if there is all the formalities were fulfilled, then there is no danger to the government. There is no harm to the Prime Minister. There is nothing of the sort. But if, as you said, if the reverse decision comes
Right.
and is directly under the Prime Minister, he may be given a chance of appeal.
So there is a possibility, even if there is an adverse judgment, where his son, his daughter, of whom Mr. Sharif was the guardian of, are found guilty, that Mr. Sharif can still hang on to the prime ministerial post? Or will he have to make way for someone else?
If there is during the appeal time, he may change his slot and given to for the interim period, maybe any senior minister was given the charge. But one thing should be cleared in everybody's mind, that Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, whether he is a Prime Minister during the PMLN regime, if he is on the seat or not, he is and he will be our Prime Minister. There is no second opinion about it.
Is there a possibility that the army might just take over?
No, there is nothing of the sort, not even a 0.00001% chance.
Is
Because
Pakistan's democracy
army
under threat?
No, Pakistan democracy was very much on track since it has completed two tenures of government in the last. Tenure was very much completed with the 5 years tenure. Then there is a smooth operation.
Democracy in Pakistan has always been very tenuous, sir. We all know what has happened in the past as well.
Of course. There is, you were saying right. It is right that democracy has, but on the, I am saying this, that democracy has now gaining roots in Pakistan, as the army was also with the democracy, fully supported it. And they clearly, the former Chief of Army Staff and the sitting Chief of Army Staff was very much with the democracy. They always said the democracy is the form of government. It should be carried out, it should be carried forward.
But Mr. Bhatti, of late there have been rumors of an army takeover in Pakistan as well. And in case Nawaz Sharif has to step down due to any kind of adverse verdict, in that case, this would be the perfect opportunity for the army to take over.
No, there is no, I already said that there is not a single chance. It's not a 0.00% that army would take over, because army has nothing to do with it. Army was very clear about it. The DGISPR, our Chief of Army Staff, was very clear about this, because Nawaz Sharif has to stay due to the setback. Because army knew it, army was army was very much on command on CPAC. It was very fastly completing the CPAC project, because it is the lifeline both for Pakistan, especially for the economy of Pakistan. So army was fully supporting the democratically elected government of Pakistan in sitting in Islamabad.
Now, Mr. Bhatti, you're being very optimistic about it, and I understand, of course, democracy is essential for the growth of the nation itself on the whole as well. However, the situation on the ground is such that if Nawaz Sharif is made to step down, there isn't even an alternative. Who's going to be taking over, for example, after Nawaz Sharif?
One thing, I am very optimistic person, always optimistic, because I always said in your channel and other channels that democracy is the only way out for the problems of the people. Now, you were asking a question that who will be the alternative. Right. There are several people, that is our Finance Minister, Mr. Mohammad Ishaq Dar, was very good alternative. He is a very close relative of me, Muhammad Nawaz Sharif, our Prime Minister. He might come if 7 I said, if adverse decision is coming, he might be appointed as interim Prime Minister, but there is no chance of any such decision or any takeover by the army, because army always supported democracy in Pakistan.
That's not exactly true, sir. History has given an ample evidence how army has not supported democracy in Pakistan. However, Mr. Bhatti, are the opposition parties also eyeing this very closely? Do you think there may be a chance for someone like an Imran Khan, perhaps, or Bilawal Bhutto to be stepping in?
No. There is no chance of any opposition party to become in power in Pakistan, as the elections are not very far away. It's almost 14 or 16 months away now, the general elections in Pakistan. and every party, including the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz and all the opposition party, Pakistan People's Party, led by Bilawal Bhutto and Imran Khan, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, they were all vying always. They were in the practice of, they have already started to contest the forthcoming elections, general elections, and there were only in opposition ranks that the CN was against the Prime Minister. But in the fiery benches, on the fiery benches, they are very optimistic that the decision would never affect the democratic system in Pakistan, as they were very much, they were under pressure. All right, they were very much under pressure. The ruling party, the Prime Minister, all the cabinet, and especially the Punjab government, which was ruled by the younger brother of Prime Minister, Mia Muhammad Nawaz Sharif, they were under pressure. They are still under pressure, but they are releasing.
Right. Right, Mr. Bhatti. Well, thank you so much for getting us what the ground reality. Of course, Mr. Bhatti is being very optimistic, saying that there is absolutely no chance that Nawaz Sharif is going to have to step down. However, we are going to know very soon when the verdict comes out. Thank you so much, Mr. Bhatti, for joining us with that.